Tell me about how you got into the party rental business, what triggered you to do that, where you come from, and what areas you service. So when you started your business, did you go to business school? How did you start learning about the actual business? What made you start to get into, kind of making everything look pretty? What's some marketing channels that you found that be good, that work for you? Welcome to the Relentless Podcast. We're here, special guest and friend, Lenny. Known him a long time, but even longer than know him, he's been in business for a long time. And then he brought Melanie along to talk about what she does for the business. So we're going to get into that too. So welcome, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
So first thing I want to get into, Lenny, tell me about how you got into the party rental business, what triggered you to do that, where you come from, and what areas you service.
All right, great. Yeah, so I got into the party rental business back in 2008, just renting out margarita machines and offering a mobile bartending service. And it was great for us, just getting out there. I was young at the time, a lot younger.
Absolutely.
And, engaging with customers. I was bartending the jobs that I was delivering to. And I had a team of people just going out to do graduation parties, weddings. Nice. And it was just a lot of fun.
Did you ever get involved in like bachelorette parties? Not really.
Oh no, that would have got me in trouble. That would have got me in trouble. I think I did. Then every party I'm at, I see a tent. I'm like, wow, I could probably build that tent. Let me get some training in tents. And then I find myself working during the week, Monday through Friday, installing the tents, and then going there on Saturday, margarita machine, bartending, and making the extra money to grow my business. Started with one margarita machine and 3 tents. And a pickup truck and a trailer. That's
great. That's great. So when you started your business, did you go to business school? How did you start learning about the actual business?
Like 2 years of college, but college wasn't for me. 2 years of college. I got most of my education from, I guess, working in corporate catering and having a mentor in corporate catering, delivering and setting up breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Being a busboy and a waiter at 13, 14 years old.
That's beautiful.
And kind of going through the restaurant business.
Sure.
More on the food side, the catering side, because we were Dayna's party rentals and catering. Mm-hmm. And just corporate catering and having good mentors, having good bosses, having good experiences. Listening and learning from people make you who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Couldn't agree more.
Worked out good for us.
That's great. That's great. And now getting into Dayna's party rentals, what do you do other than, just rent, the floats that jump, the things you jump on.
Yeah. So this leads into what Melanie does. It's we're doing these high-end corporate jobs. We're doing these expo centers jobs, and we're doing weddings and graduation parties. So with those jobs, they need the infrastructure of the large tents, tables, and chairs. And I got these crews that do the hard work. And now you bring Melanie into the picture. She's the decorating, the designer, the backdrops, the props, the balloons, the flowers. She brings all the beautification. So she can speak on that because that's her world.
Absolutely.
And we're partnered to do that, and she just knocks it out every time for us.
That's great.
She manages herself, her crews, and the jobs, and being there on time, listening to the customer, getting them what they want. She makes sure every customer is satisfied with the job and gets it done correctly.
Yeah, what's super important, you have an event, a party, a wedding, all that stuff. A lot goes into that.
Yeah.
And you guys got a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That whole sick, that your car's broke down, the tire's flat, that doesn't happen in your world. You have to make it happen.
Yeah, you figure it out.
Oh yeah. So Mel, what made you start to get into, kind of making everything look pretty?
So I went to school for accounting. But a couple years ago, right before COVID, I started working at General Floors as their interior designer. I always loved design.
Sure.
Even from a young age, I was doing art classes, floral classes. I had gotten laid off in 2020 because of COVID, and then I had 2 kids back to back.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I have an almost 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. But the 3-year-old's birthday party, I just decided to figure out all the decor, and I kind of from there started my business, and it's just gone up ever since.
That's great. So what kind of colors do you get into? What kind of stuff do you get into? Is it like balloons? Is it flowers? A mixture of both?
It's pretty much a little bit of everything. Flowers. I do custom build backdrops, seating charts, welcome signs, balloons. There's not much I don't do.
That's beautiful.
And if I haven't done it, I will do it because I'll figure it out.
That's great. Yeah, so I might need some help with you. So I do a lot of weird projects, right? Never like seating charts or anything at weddings. However,
what's a weird project?
A seating chart.
All right.
Cool. So if you see them pictures out there, it's one of my friend's weddings.
Okay.
She's like, oh, I really like this seating chart. I'm like, I could build that.
Yeah.
So now I find myself literally printing all the, I'll never do it again, but I'll call you now, I know that.
Yeah.
The stencil,
But,
the vinyl on the mirror, on the door, on the window. Yeah.
So what I did, I took their engagement pictures,
Yeah.
went to Michael's, I think it's called, made them in acrylic. I'm going to have them 3D out. It's going to be 3 4x8 sheets. It's going to be like a 12 foot wide by 8 foot tall. I'll do, 7 tables on one side, 7 tables on the other, 2 pictures on the one side, 2 pictures on the other. In the middle, I'm going to cut it out, make it look a little deep, and then print one big picture of them.
Oh, neat.
But never asked me for any other. Again, definitely call Dayna's for that. It's been a lot of work. Like literally, I'm a good math person. So the guy was printing, does the print. I said, this is way wrong. Like you didn't lay it out right. So everything is, I'm pretty particular. So I made him do everything over again and buy the vinyl over again. It's good practice, but a lot of fun, So what does it look like, when someone, wants to reach out to you? How would they do something like that?
So, like seating chart or just decor in general?
Anything.
So how I work is I always like to give a mock-up. So I'll have a conversation with you about, what are you looking for? What's your vision? Do you have any inspiration pictures? Yeah, if yes, I'll go based off that. If no, I just kind of ask your theme, color scheme, and I'll create a mock-up for you.
Got it.
Whether or not you have an inspo picture or not, I always create a mock-up because I want to be on the same page with what you're expecting and what I'm doing.
Got it.
Just like you have downstairs, I have all my colors so you can come see them in person. I always like to send pictures in different lighting because your sage green and my sage green might not be the same.
Right. Oh yeah.
And even with like the linens, he has a linen sample, so I'll put the balloons next to the linens, make sure everything just correlates and everything's the same. You approve the design, and then from there, I create it, and I always send approval pictures prior to leaving. If you're not there, I want to make sure everything is exactly where you want it. There's a lot of communication that goes into it because I want to execute exactly how you want it done.
Sure.
So a lot of communication, a lot of designs.
That's great. Yeah, so I'm not that good at, I guess, the communication part. Literally before this, I was helping customers pick slabs.
Yeah.
And it was like a brown island, and they wanted like white with black, and then white cabinets on the outside. So she's like, what do you think about like this tan and beige and then like black? And I said, no, we're not doing that. Come over here, let me show you. We're gonna do this and this and that. I'm like, wait a minute, this is your kitchen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is your kitchen. What do you think? Like, oh no, yeah, we do. We like that. I'm like, cool. Only because again, you do it every day.
Yeah,
you know it looks good.
Yeah.
You start to feel the people
fad.
out.
You know what's not.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what's going to be timeless. You know what's not.
That's right.
You go in. The wedding color is going to be red and white. Guess what? You know what to do with the theme. Or if it's gold and silver or gold and white.
Yeah.
It's going to throw you somewhere else.
And I say all the time, I will give you my honest opinion, but at the end of the day, it's what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want this, I will absolutely do it. I can only give you my information and experience.
Yeah, me, I'm a little different. I'm like, I think we should do what I want. Not what you want. Like literally, Tony and Jim from the pool store?
Yes.
When I went in, they said, we want our microwave. She'll tell you, on top of the stove. At first I'm like, nah, we're doing this. She's like, no, I really want it. I said, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. When I started the kitchen, guess where I put it? Right in the island.
Right where you want it.
Then I made a cathedral ceiling. And again, you shouldn't do this. I'm not recommending it.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. I figured, you know what? I love this.
Yeah.
It looks like this. And I had my vision.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? And then when I did it, she's like, I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
So again, I think I need to be more like you because again, retrain and recreating, especially an event like yours, you get one shot at it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's one shot. You don't get a second shot.
Yeah.
With my stuff, I'm like, you know what? I don't like it. Rip it out and do it again.
Yeah.
No big deal. I don't care about the money. It's more of making the customer happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you make the customer happy, more customers come and all the money's coming anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we're always flexing like that with the customers. Right now, we're putting the finishing details on the springtime weddings. It's springtime wedding season for us right now. So you're thinking of a springtime wedding, but we're also pre-planning for the fall weddings.
Sure.
Which is different color palette, different tones, different heaters. You're talking about 10 heaters and different things that make the environment better. So from one call to the next, we're flexing our style from springtime to fall.
Absolutely.
And we're doing it all the time. So the other two girls that couldn't be here, there are 2 other event planners that work with our team that do the designing and consulting and the communication with the customers over the phone. And, you're just kind of flexing day to day. Every 50 phone calls a day, you're seeing which direction you're going to go into.
Yep.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
I didn't realize all that goes into Dayna's. I really did.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that to me, and that's why I have to get myself out there more and kind of put it out there in different avenues.
That's huge.
Because you just think, you're a tent is a tent, a chair is a chair. But when I did a slideshow presentation for the Rotary and the Chamber of Commerce, they're like, wow, you do corporate events like this big productions with, we did Philadelphia Phillies, David Montgomery, a party honoring him at the Philadelphia Union League. Wow. We've done the Philadelphia Convention Center, the Atlantic City Convention Center. They have their own in-house guys, but they rely on us for the finishing details.
Absolutely.
So I see us as like a boutique-style party and event rental business with event management. Take it up a level.
A lot of design. You're not just like a bouncy house guy.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
We have them, but it's just bounce house is a bounce house.
Yeah, there's a lot of customizations in every event.
Absolutely. So now you're all your sales, all that stuff. So just because we talk about entrepreneurs, right?
Yes.
I like your whole background on, hey, the college thing didn't work for you because it didn't work for me either, right? You were able to work for other people, work with other people, take some of their ideas, put it in yours, make it your own.
Yeah.
You learn the numbers just by doing it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Success and failure.
Absolutely. And again, if you don't go out there and try and fail, you'll never be able to succeed, right?
I live by that.
Absolutely. So getting into, I guess, like the business aspects, the first thing is marketing.
Yeah.
What's some marketing channels that you found that'd be good, that work for you?
Good question. So marketing, right now we incorporate like a lot of AI. I chat GPT everything. Chat GPT is my number one employee right now.
Sure. Oh yeah.
So just adapting that and then seeing what your customer base, like if you know who your customer are, like mostly female, between like 34 and 54, and they're searching on their mobile device, you got to line your marketing up with people that are searching for you and who they are and what their likes are.
Yep.
And your color palette and the way you position your company should be geared towards that customer.
Definitely.
And then then you should get some new customers each year. You always go out for like 20% new business every year, and just text messaging. We can text message customers prior to their event, after their event, for surveys and reviews.
Got it.
Doing things like this podcast, videos. We're even going to do videos on like how a popcorn machine works. Or people love my videos where us setting up a large 40 by 100 tent, and I do a time lapse.
Love that.
I get 10,000, 20,000 views on that time lapse.
Oh yeah.
And all we're doing is popping up a tent.
Doing what you do every day.
Doing what we do every
But people
day.
like that.
And
People want to see genuine,
absolutely.
real stuff.
And they're watching it. And I actually find myself watching it 2 or 3 times too. Just
It's
to see how
aesthetic,
cool it
like
is.
when you're seeing that progression of a start to finish event.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we need to do more of that for marketing, and that's what marketing is.
Gotcha.
And it's also just building genuine relationships with your customers.
Sure.
We got 80% repeat customers every year.
That's
That's our bread and butter, 80%.
Oh, yeah.
And they love us, we love them, and we do work with the community. And hey Lenny, what's new this year? What are you bringing in new? So I went to Vegas, I went to an expo in my industry, learned a bunch of new things, brought on a flower bar this year. What was it?
Innovation. Love
Yeah,
that.
just what was the second thing we brought? Flower bar and more decor options.
Yeah.
And the other one's blowing my mind right now, but just constantly innovating. See, we got there in an industry.
Sure.
And I go with what the party rental companies are doing in California, Los Angeles, Texas, Florida, what's happening in Maine,
Right.
all around us, because that eventually is going to migrate to New Jersey.
Absolutely.
And then our New Jersey customers going to see it on their feed on Pinterest or Instagram.
TikTok.
It. I'm like, yeah, I can give you that. That's $20,000, but I can give you that.
Right.
Does that fall within your budget, and you have to conform to your customer who's in New Jersey.
Sure.
Because they're pulling something from a Los Angeles wedding from a celebrity.
Right. Oh yeah.
Those are real diamonds hanging from the ceiling.
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
can give you the faux stuff.
Yep. Absolutely.
So just marketing. There's a lot to do with marketing, and it's just marketing and sales and customer relationships.
Sure.
And just kind of building it up one step at a time.
Now, who does all the sales? You do all the sales?
I do the sales.
Okay.
Brooke and Abigail do the sales.
Yep.
There are 2 event planners, and Melanie also does the sales. We're all
That's
kind of
great.
involved in selling and putting ourselves in front of customers
Sure.
and
Sure.
making sure the jobs that the team is executing and installing gets done right.
Got it.
Like right now, prior to COVID, I was on every job site, small, medium, and large. After COVID, I learned a lot from that. I pivoted. Now I'm on the bigger jobs, focusing on the bigger customers, on the bigger clientele. And I have a manager that I hired that I have to now pay a salary for
Right.
him to work on the smaller jobs, some smaller residential jobs.
Right.
Make sure they're executed well. And I pivot and change my mind frame to be on the more higher end jobs.
That's great.
To give them more attention to detail, because that's what they require.
Sure. Absolutely.
And it taught me a lot. Like pumping the brakes in COVID taught me a lot to pump the brakes and slow down and stay in a different lane.
Oh yeah.
And change so I can now run the business in a better direction.
Yeah, sometimes slow is fast. I think for me, for COVID, or a little bit before COVID, I decided to put in, it's called Traction. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's EOS. It's a book,
Okay.
really. You should definitely get it.
Traction, okay. Check it
Yeah,
out.
that was a game changer for me because, we had a great team and great people, but everyone did everything. Everyone did everything. So what happened is if there was an issue, there was no accountability because they would say, hey, I thought, you did, and you would say, hey, I thought Mel did, and kind of went in a circle. And, once we started putting everybody in their positions and saying, hey, you're responsible for front end sales, you're responsible for material takeoff. Next one is you're responsible for, ordering the material. And once that's to be scheduled, that's it, right? So everything has a process.
Yeah.
Just like you, I don't know what your process is, but hey, you take a call. Someone does, I guess, a phone consultation. Is that what happens?
Yes.
Okay. Do you meet one-on-one?
Mostly over the phone,
Yep.
and for the higher end jobs, it's one-on-one.
One-on-one.
Whether they come to our office or we go to them. But I go by the 4 Ps, like people.
Yep.
You have to have the right people doing the right processes.
Oh, yeah.
And when they're doing the right processes, you put them in the right position.
That's right.
And at the right position, you come out with the right product.
Absolutely.
So I go by the 4 Ps.
Love that.
And it's corporate. It's come my corporate background, and then just kind of institute that in my small business.
Sure.
And you need accountability, you need organization, and delegation.
Definitely.
You can't wear all the hats.
No.
And the second I learned that, it took me 8 to 10 years to learn that I can't wear all the hats.
It took me like 15, but yeah.
Yeah, it took me
I'm still learning.
I'm still learning too.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't mastered anything.
Yeah.
And it's just you can't wear all the hats and just let people do their thing and let it go. Let
Sure.
it go. Just keep the wheels on the bus.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of communication with all of us too, which helps. Like every Tuesday we sit down, we look at what's coming up, we look at, recent calls or inquiries, quotes, mock-ups. So we all work together, and I think everything goes pretty smoothly as far as
That's great.
executing it.
Oh yeah.
And we like
Yeah.
working together too. We have a good team. We have fun.
That makes it so much easier.
You can't be in a party rental business having fun, bringing good memories,
Right.
and have a disgruntled staff or conflict in the office. I make the environment's always fun. We're always eating together, drinking together,
There's a
partying
dog.
together.
That's great.
Yeah, we have a
Oh,
puppy.
nice.
We
We
have
have
a
a
puppy
puppy
in the
in
office.
the
Oh my
now.
God, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's
You can't be upset when you're in there.
No.
You
You see a
see
puppy.
the dog, and
Yeah.
it's.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care about them, but I go to see the dog.
yeah,
That's
Keeps me
great.
yeah, definitely.
What'd you name the dog?
What's it, Bentley?
Berkeley.
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 It's Abigail's
Oh, yeah.
dog. It's
I like
Abigail's dog, yeah. And she loves the dog. It's our baby. She's going to have detachment issues when we say she can't bring the dog in the office anymore.
'Cause he's gonna be 100 pounds.
100-pound dog.
Wow.
He's like an English lab.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, now he's a little cute puppy, but
Yeah.
he's going to get big and run the place.
Oh yeah. So where are you at now as far as business, as far as your goals, and where are you looking to do in the next 3 to 5 years?
We've always had the mindset of scaling, but scaling with quality in mind. You don't want to scale too much to where you lose your quality or your consistency, or you can't the wheels fall off the bus. You know what I mean? So
Right.
if I can scale to like another truck, I got 3 trucks now, 3.5 trucks.
Wow.
And if I could scale to a 4th truck, a 4th crew,
Yep.
keeping them busy 40, 50 hours a week, and still maintain the same quality and consistency that our customers expect, I'm looking to scale. Full throttle. The sky's the limit for us.
Right.
We get to a part of our life where we turn down business because of no inventory, or no ability to deliver it or pick it up, or basically because of those reasons.
Sure.
We turn down business
Right.
in May and June, July. We're turning down business.
Wow.
And that's a good problem to have for
It's
most
a great
businesses.
problem to have. Yep.
So we position ourselves to where we have a good customer base and we want to take care of them to the best quality. And most of our customers, they're repeat, but they're generational too. Like
Right.
I've been in business 17 years now, so I might have done their baby shower. I might have done their kid's first birthday. Then their kid's 10th birthday.
Sure.
Then their kid's graduating now, so I'm doing their graduation parties
Oh,
for
yeah.
their kids. So then they're going to get engaged and get married. So I have a generational clientele.
Love that.
The customer has my cell phone. They have my name. They book through me. And on a first name basis. They've been using us for so long. So that's why you keep going. And
Sure.
that's my goal for the future, just to keep that going. And scale's good. The money's good. It pays the bills. Everyone lives and eats. But you want to scale to where you still maintain your quality. That would be my
Absolutely.
biggest point, is to maintain quality.
Yep. So now we'll go over that, since we covered pretty much everything with work, right?
Yeah.
Work-life balance. So What do you? My work-life balance is horrible. It's work all the time. Even when I'm doing my life thing, I'm still working in the morning and doing my life thing, but I go away a lot. So you'll literally see I go like whatever last week or whatever. And,
travel.
It's cool. Traveling. It's cool and it's fun, but I'm always business mindset. So no matter what, when you own your own business, it's really hard to turn it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I find myself in the morning, okay, I'm going to give myself 2 hours just to do whatever I'm going to do, because I wake up early anyway, before everybody else. And then from there, I'm going to try and cut off the best of my ability.
Yeah.
What do you guys do to try and keep that?
You got young kids.
I have a 3 and a 1-year-old, so there's very little. There is balance, but I'm with my kids during the day, and then I'm 9 to 5 with my kids, and then 5 to 9.
Oh, you're a hustler.
You're
a hustler.
Yeah. Working, my kids are. The older one goes to preschool 3 days a week, and then the baby goes to daycare 2 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
But I would prefer to stay up till 3 a.m. and work on an event if that means I get to make the memories with my kids during the day.
Sure.
So I'm always working. I'm always on my phone. I'm doing mock-ups for my phone, but I prioritize spending time with my kids.
That's great.
We go away a lot, too, which is nice. I have a crew who will take care of my jobs when I'm gone. But that's my kids they're number one for me.
Definitely.
But I never turn it off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ever.
That's great. Now, what kind of things you like to do?
Coffee too. I always
oh
see
yeah.
a cup of coffee in your hand.
I'm always drinking coffee.
Oh yeah.
Saturday night I had 4 events. I got done my wedding breakdown at 11 o'clock at Ramblewood. I grabbed a Red Bull on the way home so I could finish everything. I had to make 13 floral centerpieces for the next day, so I was up till 3 a.m. But I got to spend Friday with my kids.
Yep.
So it was nice,
That's great.
Get to do something, make memories, and I'll sleep later.
Hell yeah.
I'm not even 30 yet, all right? I can stay up all night.
Oh yeah.
I live off Red Bull.
That's it.
Wings.
That's awesome.
Love it. Yeah, I was in the same position as her when my kids were younger. My son was 3 when I started this business. So me and my wife, we were just trying to get by. Just trying to make ends meet.
Right.
Diapers and coffee. I would say I would go to Sam's Club, buy diapers and coffee. It was $100. Filling my shopping cart up, and it was a struggle.
Sure.
So we had to double down and make more. Childcare was like $1,200 a month. It was a lot.
Now it's like a week.
Was it $1,200 a week? It was something. It was really ridiculous.
Nuts.
I'm going back 18 years ago now.
Right.
So it's like we got through that together, and we were both working parents. And now it's just like my kids are older. Work-life balance is good. When you're on vacation, we travel. We like to travel at least 4 times a year.
Right. And
go somewhere nice. We don't have a shore house or nothing, so we're just always traveling. Mm-hmm. But I like when I travel and I can turn my cell phone off and I'll get cell phone reception. There's a little bit of peace in that.
There really is.
Because what I realize when I'm traveling and my staff has to do everything, when they're missing a piece of the puzzle, they do a better job and they know everything. And I know I did a good job training them, and they did a good job managing the company when I'm away.
That's great.
So right now I have no worries because I have a great crew. Everyone stays with me. They're sticking with me. They're growing and learning. So I like going away. I was sick last week actually, and I didn't call in once to check on them. The truck didn't break down. They didn't need anything, but they would handle everything in the office, and that's when you're running a good, successful business if they are comfortable handling everything, making those difficult decisions. In fact, last week a truck did break down, cost $6,500, and they took care of it. They took it to the shop, they got it fixed, they got it back, they paid the bill, we're all done.
That's good.
So they did do that last week when I was sick, and I appreciate that.
Sure.
They can take care of that and not put the added stress on me.
Definitely.
Because I'm not around. So I think just getting yourself into that level of business, not being on the field, but being in the owner's box, you don't need to be a part of the day-to-day every day when your business runs smoothly.
Yeah.
And, we're not making rocket ships, I say. We're in the party and event rental business. We'll make it work.
Absolutely.
Figure it out.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
Does that answer the question, though?
It does.
The question? Was that
it does.
question?
Work life. Yeah, work life.
Work life?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I like to spend time with my wife, my kids.
Sure.
You got to put that time in there. I bring my daughter on jobs with me, not to cut you off, but bring my daughter on jobs with me. That's work-life balance. You bring her to work.
I love that.
That's how you check that box.
Definitely.
I had brought Logan when he was a newborn. I had a wedding. It was 4 weeks after I gave birth to him, and I wore him on my chest.
Oh, you're a badass.
I wore him on my chest.
Working, yeah.
That's great.
Love it.
That's great.
It was at Regalia's. I got a hand truck.
You made
I
it
put
work.
Stuff on the hand truck.
You made it work.
Yeah, I mean.
So tell me something about like maybe your craziest party you had, or some things that you thought, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this now, like that oh wow moment.
All right, yeah, I can tell you the first oh wow story. So me and my buddy went to go pick up a water slide. This is years ago, And it was the day after the party. The kids were still drunk. And there's college kids drunk going down this water slide half naked. And we're like, yo, you're supposed to be done. The party's supposed to be over. We're supposed to, get this, clean it up, roll it up, and go. And it was at the end of our day, and I just remember just going down the water slide with them.
That's great.
I was like, all right, I'm not driving. Give me a beer. I'll go down the water slide with you. And,
That's it.
So that was pretty fun and
That's
crazy. Awesome. It's just the weddings, like the aftermath. You go to clean up a farm wedding.
Sure.
And, I'm cleaning up this one farm wedding, and we're taking all our stuff down. There's like pigs running around. There's chickens running around. It's a farm wedding. And I guess they left the gate open.
Right.
And all these animals are running underneath the tent. Like, you got to break down the tent. No one's to be found. So here I am trying to like get pigs and chickens to go back into the pen so we can clean up the wedding.
That would be some good content.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a video of that.
Yeah.
You gotta just start wearing a what are those things?
Yeah.
What are those
GoPro.
called? GoPro.
GoPro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun because that's kind of like, you don't see that every day.
No.
And that job was just crazy. Just hurl them in there and
I couldn't imagine.
yeah. So I guess I can go on and on about these crazy stories.
Sure.
But I like the fun ones that come out flawlessly.
Yeah.
Like you got this beautiful day weddings. Everything's great. Everybody looks great. You're getting good pictures from it.
Sure.
And the customer just compliments you from start to finish on what you did and how you did it.
Absolutely.
I have another horror story. Should I tell another horror story?
Yeah.
If you have time?
Yeah, definitely.
This customer, I went there for a wedding, did a land survey. I knew the water was going to be pitched this way and go under the tent area where they wanted to put the tent.
Right.
So they informed me that their uncle's an engineer, he's in landscaping, he's going to fix it, grade the land, put grass down, they're going to have sod, and when I get back a year from now, this is going to be a beautiful sod, not dirt. So I'm like, okay, great. So throughout the year, we check in on them. They're supposed to be making progress doing this. They tell me they're making progress, and it rains the day of their wedding. They have sod down, but they didn't grade it correctly. So I build my tent, and I still tell them, this ain't graded correctly. Like if it rains, you're going to get water going under the tent. Well, it freaking downpours.
Oh, wow.
Rain is going under the tent. I go there with my crew, and they already started. When we got there, started digging a trench around the tent to divert the water to go somewhere else. So that was a horror story, but we turned it into a home run because
That's great.
Shit's going to happen on wedding day.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we're going to be that company that cares enough about you to dig that trench around your tent to divert the water if it were to rain.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that was another crazy story, remember?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So now, I guess the future of the company, I mean, obviously you're going into way more things as far as helping customers with design, getting things ready for weddings and stuff like that. Yeah. Where do you see yourself now growing as a person and as a company?
Well, I mean, definitely just the connection with him, like,
huge.
Getting into doing some school events and giving back to the community, just continue to grow. That's my plan.
Love it.
Sky's the limit. Like,
keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
great.
Definitely. It was like, I just went to Wawa before I came in here.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, you look familiar. I said, oh yeah, I live in the area. He's, no, I know you. I said, you know me? How do you know me? Yeah. He's like, you were on the news last week. I said, well, he goes, you're a VIP, it was so nice for you, what you did to the I said, yeah, that's cool. I said, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I saw that too with the vet.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way, that's us part of giving back, and that's
absolutely.
Put it out there.
Yeah, and you never know, and you never know, what type of condition or position somebody's in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just being nice, I think, to anyone at any time, it always comes back. You know what I mean? So I really feel that does do stuff like that, and that's why we do what we do, right?
Absolutely. It's always better to give than to receive, and that's why we are in the service business, the hospitality business, because that fits our personality type.
Definitely.
And you drift towards people like that, and you want that in your inner circle.
Definitely. Positivity,
so that's how we met.
smiling, happy, for sure.
Keeping good people around you.
Definitely. Couldn't agree more. So was there anything that you guys want to tell me that maybe we missed, maybe we could bring up about the business or yourselves that would be kind of important for everyone to know?
Go ahead. Yeah, if you know something right off the top of your head.
We are, with Party City going out with the helium balloons, we're starting to offer like helium balloon bar. So
I suck on them all the time.
We can.
I'm just kidding.
We can take care of all helium balloons too. We don't really have a minimum. If you need one birthday balloon bouquet, we can take care of that for you. If you need a character balloon bouquet, just something small. You don't have to have a big extravagant party for us to be able to add something to it.
Sure.
Yeah, so we have a small retail store. We built it out. because Party City's gone out of business, Joanna Fabric's gone out of business. So these other major retailers are going out of business, and we're trying to kind of fill that gap a little bit and provide full service with our customers. Because you can't go now to certain places to get what you need.
That's right.
You can order it on Amazon. It's got to get delivered in a brown box.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then you also can't see things. So I have a lot of florals, like fake florals that I offer for weddings, showers, for you to come in and really see what that's going to look like in person
That's
versus, seeing it online, your computer's lighting might not be the same as it's not projecting the correct colors.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, different lighting, sunlight, natural light.
Yeah, yellow, Adelphia's has a lot of yellow lighting and
Sure.
certain colors look totally different in there.
Definitely.
That's right.
That's great.
Your business is just, I want to grow. Just grow and get another crew on the road. We always redoing our website, just buying more inventory. We buy thousands and thousands of dollars worth of new inventory. Sell the old, replenish with new. So we always have the best quality out there.
Definitely.
Bought new chairs, new tents,
Umbrellas.
new umbrellas. Just everything is just new and fresh. That way you have nothing getting delivered old or damaged or wear and tear. So I'm always selling and liquidating the old stuff.
That's great.
And just keeping that model going and just learning from other people and just taking on a couple small little bit goals and kind of accomplishing them and then going on to the next set of goals.
Absolutely.
And writing them on the wall. It's the old school. Still write your goals on the whiteboard. And
I do.
accomplish what you got.
I don't write
chip
them, but
away
I
at
do
it.
put them in my phone.
Well, yeah, different generational things. And that's cool,
Mm-hmm.
But I have to see them. Like my office
Yeah.
looks like a bomb headed because everything's visual. Everything's on the wall. It's all
Right.
around me. And I'm like right
I'll take you to the room next door.
Hey,
So everyone else is on the computer.
Yeah.
You'll see my boards. I have a million boards for everything. I was like,
Oh,
why do
sweet.
you do this? Why do you do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, I just like to see it.
I like to see
I
it.
like
up
to see
there.
it come together too.
Absolutely, yeah. So just doing what we're doing, growing a business, and hopefully people see us as a community business that they can rely on, that they know us, they see that we're professional, they see that we care, and we want to make their job, our number one job.
Absolutely.
We have many in the week. We take each customer job as like our only job, our only customer, to take care of them fully. And I think a lot of competition doesn't do that. They look for more quantity.
I don't think you really have
instead of
competition.
quality.
You know what I mean? You might get someone that does a one-off,
Yeah.
jumper. Here's the problem with that.
Yeah.
Again, this is your wedding. So do you really want to go a little cheaper on the one day?
Yeah.
Shop around.
And take the chance of that person not showing up?
Or something going wrong.
Or something
and
going
not
wrong, they
being
can't be able to
upright.
fix it? That's huge.
To that point is, that's huge. Like I have backup parts. Like if you get a storm and Mother Nature kicks your ass with 50-mile-an-hour winds and your tent's up and your tent falls down, I got backup parts.
That's great.
I got backup trucks. I got backup tires and brakes and crews and men. I got backup for the backup.
That's right.
And that does come. We just had 50-mile-an-hour winds 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And you got to be prepared for that. Now, the cheaper company doesn't have backup surplus inventory parts.
No.
They're calling me.
Yeah.
The 3 smaller companies in this area, they're calling me for backup parts.
Absolutely.
For backup tents. They're calling me because their tent collapsed and broke or whatever it did. They're calling me for my tent to go do the job and giving me the job.
Exactly.
I've done that several times for the 3 competitors in the area
Yep.
that are not as high as me revenue-wise, but they're in the area.
Sure.
And they're cheaper.
Yep.
But they can't do backup tents. They
No.
can't do tents in the wintertime.
Yeah, you don't want to play games with
Yeah.
a big event like that.
Yeah, they just can't do it. So they give it to me and I do it.
That's great.
So yeah, and
That's great.
then you know your position.
Sure.
Then you know they're in it for their reasons.
Oh, yeah.
And we're in it for our reasons. And I think our reasons are a little bit better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I want everyone to like your page. If you could, tell them how to contact you, best way to contact you. What your page is on Instagram and Facebook or wherever else.
All right, cool. Yeah, pretty easy. It's daynaspartyrentals.com. Daynas. That's how we spell Dayna's. It's my wife's name, so everybody knows
There
it's
you
my
go.
wife's name. And it's at daynaspartyrentals.com. Facebook, Instagram. That's our website. We've been in Washington Township 17 years now, and we're right on Route 168, right down the street from Aversa's Bakery and Maloney's.
That's great. Thank you guys so much for coming on today.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
appreciate your
thanks for
time.
having us.
Appreciate you putting us in.
Yep, you got it.
Thanks, buddy.